Hello children, today we are going to start with criteria for congruence of triangles. In last video we had studied about congruence, and in this we are going to see the test. The first one is SSS congruence test. SSS stands for side, 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 and it is a test that tells us that the triangles are congruent. So here the statement reads, if under a given correspondence the three sides of a triangle are equal to three corresponding sides of another triangle, then the triangle are congruent. As shown in the example here, triangle ABC and triangle RPQ are congruent to one another. How so? AB and PR are equal. AC and RQ are equal. BC and PQ are equal. As we can see, the measurements are all same. So therefore these triangles are congruent, and the test that we use here is SSS test, because all the three sides are equal to the corresponding three sides of the second triangle. But now we have to think about the vertices. Which vertex corresponds to which one? A corresponds to R, P corresponds to B, and C corresponds to Q. Therefore, our triangles will be ABC and R. Now the next test that we are going to study is SAS congruence test. SAS stands for side, angle, side, and the statement reads, if under a correspondence two sides and the angle included between them of a triangle are equal to two corresponding sides and the angle included between them of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Here it means that the two sides and the angle which comes in between, the keyword being included, that it means that the angle should be sandwiched between these two congruent sides. That's what it means. Now here the examples are given: triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Now here AB is equal to EF, both are 7 centimeters each, and BC is equal to ED, both are 5 centimeter each, and angle B and angle E are 50 degree each. Therefore this test is SAS test. Now the correspondence is between A and F, C, B and E, C and D. Therefore the triangles are congruent by SAS test. The names of the triangle is ABC and FED. That's what we mean by correspondence. The angles and the vertices which are corresponding to one another, we have to name it in such a manner. Next, we are going to see how to write the proof. Now, when you are writing a proof to prove that the triangles are congruent, we write in such a manner. AB is equal to EF, both are 7 centimeter each. BC is equals to DE, both are 5 centimeter. And included angle B equals to included angle E, both are 50 degree. Therefore, the correspondence is between A and F, B and E, C and D. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED by SAS test. The reason has to be mentioned there. Now the next test that we are going to see is ASA congruence test. Now you must know that ASA stands for angle, side, angle. That means the side should be sandwiched between the two congruent angles. Therefore the statement reads, if under a correspondence two angles and the included side of a triangle are equal to the corresponding angles and the included side of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Now here the example is triangle ABC and triangle DEF. Now here I have just told you the names. Now let's see what is the correspondence. How does the correspondence actually work here? Angle A and angle F are equal. Angle B and angle E are equal, whereas AB and EF are equal. Now see here, this side AB is in between the congruent angles, that is A and B. And similarly, side EF is between angles F and E. Both are equal. Therefore, the test that we could apply here is ASA test. Now, ASA test, when you are applying, you have to see the correspondence. Now, what corresponds to which angle? C corresponds to D, A corresponds to F, and B corresponds to E. Therefore, if you are writing the name ABC, then the second triangle should be named as FED. That's how we find the correspondence. Now let's see how the proof is written. Now here in the proof we could see angle A and angle F are equal, both are 40 degree each. Angle B and angle E, both are 60 degree each, therefore equal. And included side, that is AB, and included side of another triangle, that is EF, since they both are 3.5 centimeter, they both are also equal. Now the correspondence lies between A and F, B and E, and C and D. Therefore by ASA test these triangles are congruent. Now the next test that we don't have in the book actually is SAA congruence criterion. Now here SAA, side followed by angle and again an angle. Now under this what happens is two triangles and the following side are equal, means there should be two angle and the side after that angle, not the one that's sandwiched in between. Okay, that's how this works. So the statement reads, if under a correspondence two angles and the following side of a triangle are equal to two corresponding angles and the following side of another triangle, then the triangles are congruent. The example shown here. Angle A and angle F are equal, angle B and angle E are equal, BC and DE, which follow these two congruent angles, are also equal. Therefore, SAA test is the test that we could apply here. Criterion for congruence here is SAA congruence criterion. Now, how do we write the proof for this? Now, when you are writing the proof, we'll have to mention that angle A is equal to angle F, angle B is equal to angle E, and BC is equal to DE. Therefore, these triangles are congruent by SAA test, and the correspondence is A and F, B and E, C and D. Therefore, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle FED by SAA test. And here, since this BC is the side that comes after these two angles, we write following BC and following ED are equal to one another, both being same measure. So here, that's how we write SAA test. Now next we are going to study about the congruence among right angled triangle. Now right angle, the name suggests that one of the angles is 90 degree, and we already have studied what are the terms that we could use under right angle triangle. Now under right angle triangle, when we are studying Pythagoras theorem, we came across the word called hypotenuse, which is going to be used here again. Therefore the statement reads, if under a correspondence the hypotenuse and one side of a right angle triangle are respectively equal to the hypotenuse and one side of another right angle triangle, then the triangles are congruent. Now here we are talking about hypotenuse and one of the perpendicular arms of a right angle triangle. Now here, therefore the name RHS stands for right hypotenuse side, not right hand side, right hypotenuse side congruence criterion for proving the congruence of triangles. This is how it is abbreviated. Now next one would be to understand what exactly we mean by one side. Now the one side here is one of the perpendicular sides, the sides that make 90 degree angle, not the one that faces the 90 degree angle. Here as shown in the example, RPQ and ABC, both are the triangles which are going to be proved as equal. How could we do that? Now here first we have to see whether the triangles are right angled. Yes, they are. Angle P and angle B are both 90 degree each. Now hypotenuse, is the hypotenuse side equal? Yes, RQ and AC are equal because both are 8 centimeter each. And perpendicular arms, either RP and AB or PQ and BC should be equal, any one of them. Here RP and AB are equal, both are 3 centimeter each. Therefore the triangles are congruent by RHS congruence criterion. This is how RHS works. Now we come to our exercise 7.2. The first question is, which congruence criterion do you use in the following? Given AC equals to DF, AB equals to DE, BC is equals to EF. Therefore, triangle ABC and triangle DEF are congruent. Now here, because we see that all the three sides of one triangle are equal to all the three sides of the second triangle. Therefore, the triangles would be congruent by side, side, side. That is SSS test for congruence. That's how we could write. Therefore, we write SSS test in the bracket because it is the reason for our conclusion that triangle ABC equals to triangle DEF. Now, in the second one, XZ and RP are equal, RQ and ZY are equal, and angle PRQ and angle XZY are equal. Therefore, the triangles PQR and XYZ are equal. Now, how are they equal? Two sides and an angle which is included in between. Included, which comes in between these two congruent sides. Therefore, we could say that SAS test would be applicable here. Reason, angle P and angle X are both included angles. of the congruent sides. RP and XZ, PQ and XY. Both are the congruent sides, pair of congruent sides, and angle P and angle X are also given as equal. Therefore, this P and X, because they are included angles, we write SAS test in the bracket. Now next, given angle MLN and angle FGH are equal, angle NML and GFH are equal, ML and FG are equal, so triangle LMN and triangle GFH are congruent. Now how are they congruent? Here we have two angles and a side. Now what we have to see is this side, whether it is following side or included side. If it were following side, we would write SAA. If it were included side, we would write ASA. Now here the side ML and FG is included side, the side that comes between the congruent angles L and N, F and G. Therefore, we could write that the triangles are congruent by ASA test, and this test has to be written in the bracket as shown here. Now the next one, EB equals to DB, AE is equals to BC, angle A equals to angle C equals to 90 degree. Now here we have been told that the triangle is a right angle triangle, and then we should see about the hypotenuse and the other side, one of the sides, that is perpendicular arms, whether they are equal or not. Yes, the hypotenuse EB and hypotenuse DB are equal, and perpendicular arms are also equal. AE and BC are also equal, therefore RHS test. Now in question number 2, we are going to study ART and triangle PEN, and we have to say, if we have to use SSS criterion, then which sides should be congruent in these two triangles. Now AR corresponds to PE, because the first two letters and the first two letters, they must be equal. That's how the correspondence works. Then RT, the second and third letter should be equal to second and third letter of the second triangle, that is EN. So they must be equal. That's how the correspondence generally works. When you are writing the congruence of a triangle, the alphabetical order, the order in which you write the alphabets of the triangle, the vertices of the triangle should be corresponding. Therefore, second and third should be equal to second and third. Now the last one, AT and PN. How come A and T first and last, P and N first and last letter, that is first and last vertex. This is how correspondence works. Now likewise in second one, angle T and angle N are given to be equal, and you have to say how you could prove that the triangles are congruent by SAS test. How could you make the triangles congruent by SAS test? That means angles are given. This angle should be the included angle. Therefore, your sides must be RT and EN, and PN should be equal to AT, because that would be telling us that the angle T and angle N is sandwiched between these two sides, these two congruent arms of the triangles. That's how SAS test would work for these triangles if we have to prove them congruent. Now in the last question, if you are given that AT and PN are equal and you are to use ASA criterion, you need to have which pair of congruent side angles equal, that is angle RAT and angle EPN. That simply means angle A and angle P should be equal, because here I have given you full name so that you could understand how to write the names. If you write only A and angle P, that would be okay, that's also equally correct. But sometimes what happens, we have adjacent angles, and in those cases we have to have full names. That's why, to understand, to make it easier in higher grades, I have written the full name of the triangles, that is angle RAT and angle EPN. Likewise angle RTA and angle ENP, angle T and angle N should be equal. That's how ASA test would work for that triangle. Now in question number 3, you have to show that triangle AMP and triangle AMQ are congruent, and you have to use the following steps for the proof. Now here to give missing reasons, you have to give reasons why they are equal. PM and QM, why are they equal? Because they are given, it's already shown with the congruent marks, the similar marks that is given here, that they are equal. And angle M, that now here we could see adjacent angles, that is why full names are a must. That is angle PMA and QMA are equal. Again similar markings are given, therefore the angles are equal here. Lastly, we have AM and equals to AM. Now here I talked about adjacent angles. Now adjacent angles generally share a common arm and a vertex. Therefore, AM being the common arm, we could say AM equals to AM. Reason could be common. Now therefore, all these things, all these congruent parts, the corresponding parts tell us that the triangles are congruent by SAS test, because angle PMA and QMA is included angle. Now in question number 4, we have triangle ABC, angle A equals 30, B equals to 40, angle C equals to 110 degree. In triangle PQR, angle P equals to 30, angle Q equals to 40, and angle R equals to 110 degree. A student says that triangle ABC is congruent to triangle PQR by AAA test. All the three angles of the true triangles are equal. Could he be justified in saying that the triangles are congruent? Absolutely not. Now here you could take a real life example. Say for example you have to get an enlarged Xerox of something. Then what happens? The content is the same, the angles and everything would be same. If you have a picture and you are going to get an enlarged copy, the angles are going to be same, but then the pictures, are they congruent? Could you say that you can superpose one on another and say that they are congruent? No, you cannot. That simply means that AAA test is not a criterion to prove congruence. That is why we would say no, as AAA test is not applicable to prove congruence, it wouldn't work here. That's what we should write, because AAA test is there, but it is for similarity, it is not for congruence. Similarity, a concept that you would learn in higher grade.